back here for another project, and today I'm going to be making a dagger. Well, I'm going to attempt to. This is my first time making a dagger, so obviously I'm just using some mild steel for the moment. Some practice. If any of you haven't done it before, I'd recommend using mild steel because it's cheap there, and it's not as bad as going in straight using a piece of 01 or something like that, which is quite a bit more expensive. So definitely a good practice. I thought just because I'm doing that I might as well record it. A little announcement before this, on this stretch is how I said I do make them. And now I have got, if you want to go on the eBay shop, this should be in the link. I've got 20mm flesh tunnels. I have 10mm solid plugs. And I have 8mm flesh tunnels as well. And I also have, I'm building some up, but a 36mm solid tunnel and a 34mm solid tunnel. There'll be more being built. I'm just taking a bit of time off from making them because that's all I've been doing recently. So, yeah. Alright, we'll carry on with this. What I'm personally using, because mine's a 5.5 inch blade, I'm going to use 5mm steel. Just a little shy of 3/16 of an inch. So I've got my piece of steel. If you've noticed this, it's because personally I'm making mine 30mm wide, so I've got to cut along this my angle grinder to make it 30mm. It's the only piece of spare steel I've got. So yeah, the template I've got, I've made two. Obviously I've just got the I'll put a picture on the side. It's just the 5.5 inch blade, the 10mm ricasso, and then obviously the tang area, and then the pommel area. I'd recommend making your pommel about, say about 4 or 5mm maybe, because you need to, I'll put the word in the bottom, you need to peen it, that's the one, into it to make it all solid. Yeah, so you got that one, and then this one, I've refined it a lot more, because obviously this tang was small. This was just a basic idea. 5.5 inch blade, the 10mm ricasso, then obviously the guard there, the pommel, and obviously the little peen bar here. Yep, so it just gives you an idea. I'll also put this picture up. Yeah. After this, a few days after I release the videos or something, there should be an Instructables. I'll leave that in the link when it's up as well, so you can go check that out, make it out a little bit easier. So yeah, we got that, so I can go cut it, and yeah, we'll go cut that. Also, another thing before I forget, tools you will need. You can do this with a file, as I say in all my projects. You can use a file, but yeah, I'm not that crazy. So I'm using my angle grinder, a DeWalt 4026, something like that, DWE, and obviously my Bosch PB 26, 28, whichever one it is, belt sander. So I'll be using them for most of the parts, but you can use a file. I'll be using a file right towards the end, obviously, because of my traditional side. With the bevels and everything like that. But yeah, I don't know. I can't say if it's simple or not yet, I haven't done it. This will be in 2 parts also. Obviously the fittings video and just the making video. So watch out for them. Alright, enough of the talking for now, so I'll go to it. Right, I'm going to re-record this because it didn't play last time, but basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting it out now. I've sectioned it up like this. Alright, now I'm going to say it once throughout the video, just to save time. For all the safety twats, safety police, trolls, all that stuff. Wear your PPE. Simple as that. Every time you should be using an operation or a machine. You know, safety mask, safety glasses, safety hearing protection, wear it. I should really be wearing a mask. We're using an angle grinder, but unfortunately I haven't got one. So that's a risk I'm personally taking. I won't recommend it, but do it at your own cost really. Yeah. Basically, I put up a bar here. I've already got halfway through the cut, and then it realised that it weren't recording. Shit. So I'm just cutting this line out straight here. So making this 30mm, and then yeah. So I'm gonna get to this, and then I've got to obviously take it off, and then I've got to make this, get all the oxide and stuff like that, and make it shiny, and then I'll put my template on. So I'll do that. Yeah. Also, yeah, make sure your protector is on properly positioned before you do anything. And I'm using a Dronco disc, 1mm Revolution. There's that done. All I'm going to do now is run a grinding wheel straight across there and trim it off. So yeah, get that done. The wheels I've been using, obviously, as I said in the beginning, the Dronco. I do like these wheels a lot. It's cut a lot faster and last a lot longer. As you see, I just cut 5mm steel, which isn't the easiest to cut, and it's still got a lot of meat left on it. So, not half bad blade, put that down properly. And I'm using a Blue Spot 6mm metal grinding disc. Both of these grinding discs can be found on eBay. Dronco are £13 for 11, I believe. 10 an extra one free. And making a video. Interruptions. Yep. The Dronco are £13 for 11, 10 and 1 free, and these grinding discs are £10 for 10, I believe. So I'll get back to that. These were the only clamps I had to properly clamp it down to the table. Oh, hey. One clamps are better than no clamps. Alright, now we got all that trued up. What touches? Now we've got to clean all the oxide and everything like that off it. So, easy enough to do. Alright, obviously I've got to this point where now I am cutting out the top part here for the curve. So, get this cut out now. Alright, so stop standing sig. Alright, so you're going to keep this at an angle and roughly put in where, I don't know why you can see this, and roughly put in where these bevels stand. So yep, get the grinding on. Alright guys, what I've done, obviously I've just did that, but I just thought to myself, why the bloody hell Should I do that? Well, I could just cut the rest out. So, that is what I am going to do now. Alright guys, alright, so we're on to the second day now. Yesterday just finished all that off, packed it up, grinded it down, but obviously nephews are in garden now, so just coming to the shed, so I'm just going to carry on filing this away for a little while, because I haven't got much meat left here, so why not. Alright, now after showing you the file demonstration, obviously I'm just going to go around, grind it all up, all that good stuff. So, yep, alright, get on with that. Alright guys, so I've had a minor setback. What I realised is, obviously in the steel, I've been filing it, but it has a bow actually in the steel, so I've had a minor setback. But it's not a problem. All you do is, if you've got bowed stock or something like that, figure it out where it's bowing, draw your line, wherever it is. Obviously I've drawn it there and here, obviously it's still not finished here, and then just with your file, draw file it, get all that bow out of it. Well, that's what I've had to do. Clearly a bit of annoyance at this stage, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully I won't lose too much of it though. This might be a bit wobbly because I'm holding it in my hands, but all done with the file now. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I know. But that's how I love to do it. Yeah. All my knives are handmade and fly everywhere apparently. Yep. Just got to file these down now, straight up to focus it in with my nose. Straight up to there. File all them down. I've just squared off these faces. Yep. Squared these off now. All square to each other. These sides are being filed now, so them edges go square as well. Yep. Alright. Another trick, which I'm thinking about myself. I don't know if it's going to work. But basically, I've got these points now where these are completely square to each other. It's completely square now. I don't want to mess up this, but I've still got a lot to file up here. And if I file near and accidentally hit that, well, I'm going to file that way and that's not going to be square anymore. So what I'm thinking of doing is, obviously on my file, I've got a bit of tape. I'm going to put the tape, alright, just normal packing tape, and put the tape over this edge. Wrap it round on there. Doesn't have to be dead square or anything like that for that matter. All it needs to do is cover that so I don't mess up this edge. I don't know how well it's going to stick, like I just said, this is my first time, but
You never know, it might work out quite well. If I had good scissors. That is. So, yeah, cut this all the way up there. It doesn't have to necessarily be over this edge, but I'm not using this edge, so that's the smooth cut side. I'm just going in for rough cut at this moment in time, so I'll get it off later. So I don't know if this comes any use to any of yous, but I thought I'd just add it anyway, because you are definitely going to kick the dog if you end up messing up that side. And I haven't seen this in any YouTube videos, so it's my bit first. Right. So, as you could tell with my high-tech, my high-tech contraption, much sarcasm. So, yep, that's it. That's literally all it is. A piece of backing tape on this side so I don't mess up that edge. That's it. So, yep, we formed the shape. It's all done as far as I'm aware. I might have a bit more to do. Yeah, I'm done for tonight anyway. It's all shaped. Need to be making sure it's all square. Square, 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 and square. Yep, there's a lot of squaring to do. But yeah, this has all been done with a hand file. Literally from the last part you taught me grinding. Literally, that meat there, none of it was square. It's all been done with hand files. So yeah, it's pretty much a limited tool, so therefore I haven't got many. So yeah, it can all be done with a file, and it can be done pretty good. Yeah, a lot more skill to do with the file, I believe. So yeah, that's why I do it all with file and traditional. But yeah, it's all shaped. It's kind of looking like a rocket now at the moment. All sides are done, making it all, everything like that. Tomorrow it's time for beveling, so my Ricasso area will be there, and then I'll probably end up doing all that with the angle grinder, because to do 4 sides with the belt sander will not be easy, and yeah, it's not easy. So yeah, I'll do that with the angle grinder, probably touch it up with belt sander, and then it'll all be done by hand files. So yeah, enjoying it so far. Alright, so today is time to do the bevels. So I've got to establish these bevels. Personally, my Ricasso is 12.5mm, and then it's just straight down the middle there. And then obviously my line's here, so it'll be about 2.5mm because this is a 5mm blade. So to start with, obviously we want to set ourselves up for success, don't we? So I'm just gonna mark here where my Ricasso is gonna be. Yep. Make sure you get that all there. With a permanent marker, you really don't want this coming off. Right. Highlight up there. And then there. And then straight down here too. Obviously you want your line there as well. So I'm putting my line again on the other side, because there's not just 2 faces to this. This isn't just a knife. Obviously it's a dagger. So yep. 4 faces. Right. All that here. All that properly on there. To be able to tell where it is. Yep. And straight up the middle too. Don't know what you can see this. But yeah. Yeah. Also, along here, you're putting lines along here as well. You can hear that drizzle is because it's raining. Typical England. So there we go. That's the first step. All of it marking out, and yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put my lines on here, and I'll show you that too. All right. So I've done them lines. Now I've got to set my thickness on here using my calipers. These probably aren't the best calipers to use, but yeah. Alright. So there's my thickness, set that. Right. Now I've got to times that by well, got to divide that by 2. So I'm just going to use my ruler, see what the thickness is. I got 5 mil. So I'm going to do 2.5 under. Let's see on this. Get this into focus. So yeah. A little under. So just a little more tweak. And there we go. 2.5. So what I'm going to do from here, mark one line up, I might still have some tweaking to do to that. Yep, still got a little tweaking, so I'll do that and I'll come back to it. Because I was focused in on this one, obviously when I filed it I took some of the thickness off, so it was actually 4 3/4. So what I've done is I'm just going to do 4.25 and straight up. There we go. So there's one line fully centered. See if you can see that on here. Yep, there. That thin little line. So that's what you want on one side, and then turn it around. And do it on the other side. So now you can see you have, and it comes into focus. I'll put a picture on too. Slightly see them 2 little lines there. There we go. Oh, you can't see the second one very well, but yeah, these 2 lines literally 0.1, well, 1,000th, 1/1000th of an inch away from each other, and that's your cutting edge. So you just do that on all the sides, and then I'll come back when I'm doing the middle. So what I'm going to do now is mark a little line where 12.5 mil is on here. So I'm going 12.5, so 10. 2.5, and there's very tight there. I'm going to square it along. Well, like you can see it right here. You can see it at all. Yep. There's my little mark, and I'm just going to square that across. All symmetry, the whole dagger's about is obviously all the faces being symmetrical and square to each other. So yeah, there we go. There you go, you can see that one a bit better. So all these faces are now marked. All I need to do now, mark straight up the centre. Another one up there. Right. So all my lines are there now, so I can begin beveling. So what I think I'm going to do is, obviously because symmetry is everything, I think I'm going to go 3 on that side, 3 on that side, and then 3 on this side and 3 on this side. Well, just keep doing it all the same. I've got to be careful of these because I can't cross over here, because here's where my plunge line is. So I have to make sure I keep all that square. No, all that straight, sorry. So yeah, start beginning doing that. I hope I don't cock it up at this stage. Alright, because I've never made a dagger before, well, 4 sides, I've only made like Japanese swords and knives and stuff like that, and there's 4 faces. What I've done is, well, because I freehand grind, I'm not doing this on a belt grinder, I've set a block here, just a piece of steel, right up to where the lines are, so hopefully I don't go past these, because I want to get good plunge lines. Normally I'll do this on belt grinder, but I don't know how to do 4 sides. As I've said, I've never done this before, so a lot of dagger makers and stuff like that will be laughing at me right now maybe, but I don't know. I don't want to cock it up at this stage, so this is how I'm going to do it. And I think it might be a good idea if you're a beginner knife maker, or if you just want to dip your toes into the knife making puddle, so to speak. So yeah, now I'm going to start grinding on this, and fingers crossed I don't cock it up. Establishing the bevels, what you're going to do is just, you got to get up to this line. You just want to take a few mild plunges at the moment, but you want to get up to these lines. So your first line here and your back line there. I probably look a hot mess at this moment. So this line up here, I know yous, but same round here. Your first line there that you established, and your back line here. You just want to take nice plunges. I just want to check if this is square as well. Alright, so obviously on the path of me not wanting to cock it up, I'm just making sure this is square, and yep, it is. So we're all good. Let's begin. So I've just wanted to start, check a few lines out how I'm doing. So I'll show you so far. Bring this up. Can bring it up any further. So, yeah. As you can see, I've started to establish that plunging line already. I don't know why you can see that. Yep, that plunge line is established, and I'm starting to get some lines along here. So, get stuck back into that. Alright guys, so because I've used 4mm steel, yeah, it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, just grinding these bevels. Because I've used 4mm steel, I don't know if I'm going to have the line down here. I'm hoping so, so I've just grinded these away. What I'm just going to do is a bit more file work. I've got my plunge line sorted and all that stuff, but I just want to see if I can get this. So I'm just going to file away, because I hope I can. If not, then this is kind of buggered, isn't it? You know, I'm going to have to grind it down, then just hope that I can establish little plunge lines here. Yeah, so I'm just going to see if it'll meet in the middle. If not, then it's kind of bollocks. But I'll see what I can do. Right.
So far away.
Alright guys, as you can see, I got these bevels sorted. It's been days of filing, literally. Filing, I've had no machines to run to or anything. Plunge lines aren't exactly sorted, but quite happy at the moment. That's my first attempt at a dagger. All these lines are going even. But obviously because I wanted to make it cool and stuff like that, I tried putting the pointed corners on, if you remember. So yeah. That was the original template with the pointed corners. Alright, I knew this, but I let looks get the best of me, stupidly enough. If you're doing with soft steel, like I'm just practicing with my old steel here, these corners are going to thin down and they're going to come like plastic. They just drop off. So you do really want it curved. Like mine's just dropped off, so I've just had to curve it off. But to dower the disappointment, you know what I mean, to get rid of all disappointment, you should originally just start with it curved. Yeah, because they just thin down. So yeah, I think it looks a bit cooler, but I did want it like that. But not a big problem, just my own stupid designs. So yeah, but get the bevels filed on both sides, and then it should be done. Or with this video anyway. Alright, so bevels are roughed in. See with a straight line. The plunge lines are getting there now. Even them all off. On the other side too. But lines are definitely getting there. Rough at the moment. Got my edges down to 0.1mm. They're ready as well. Just got to even this out, as you can see where it needs evening. All straight down to the bottom. Oh yeah, nearly got this done. I'm just going to get it all roughed out and then show you the final thing. Not going to polish it just yet, that might be a different video. And then I'll do a fittings video and stuff like that as well. But yeah, it's because this video is quite long now. But yeah, first time. I'm quite impressed. Guys, so after about a week and a half, I've still got some defects which I'll get out. I've finally roughed in the bevels. So, well, they were roughed in before, now I've kind of fined them out. They're all straight. Yep. So at this stage, I'm pretty much done. So yeah, I'm quite happy, as this is my first dagger and it's turned out pretty much, well, my opinion, perfect, but there's a lot of better others, therefore it's never the perfect knife, but I'm pretty damn happy with it. Yeah, so there will be a video on polishing, I think, maybe, and there will be a video on the fitting of the guards, the pommel, and the handles and all sorts, stuff like that. So keep your eyes out for that, and there'll be a few more pictures before going to the end.
Alright, so we've got to the end of the video. It's been a long one, but I'd rather do a proper how-to than a 10-minute one where you're not going to learn anything. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the Instructables, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it. I've definitely learnt a lot, and I hope you have any little tips and stuff like that throughout the video. It's definitely a learning curve with the 4 faces. As I said, I'm just used like Japanese knives and, you know, normal hunting knives and all that stuff. So definitely been a learning curve, but I want to build up to make a long sword, and I'll video that for definitely too. So I'm proud of it, definitely. My first dagger, absolutely fantastic. All filed, hand filed, you know, it's, for me it's absolutely fantastic this. So if you got anything bad to say, you know, trolls and all that stuff, just keep it to yourself, because the fact of the matter is you're not going to make it, are you? So any bad things you got to say, keep it to yourself. The fact is, this is my first dagger and I'm proud of it, so, you know. But for all those decent ones, I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you do make it. And if so, then definitely post it on my Facebook, my Instagram. You know, send me a picture on Snapchat and all that, because I'd love to see them. So, on that point, Instructables will be out, you know, all that stuff. So, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, add me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, and all them places. Links will be in the description. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with another fittings video, and hopefully the polishing video on some other future projects. So definitely keep out, add me to your subscribing list and stuff like that, definitely. Right, take it easy.